Hey there guys, this is Swiftmanizzle, and today is going to be a breakdown video of the new map, Vengeance. I'm just going to get straight into it and just tell you, I suppose, or let you watch part of the bits that I've picked out to show and sort of break down a little bit to you.
We'll stay forever.
So the sounds of that sounds like something that you do not really get outside, and it sounds like an underground sort of base to me, and it just... the way it looks like it's just in a small underground and unknown town that I suppose from my perspective looks like it's been there since the cowboy times as they've sort of set it. So as we carry on,
West Town and shoved it underground. Our four characters are back and they have a lot more information to give the players as far as the story goes.
The way the narrator speaks there and the way he's explaining it is saying that they know more information, so I suppose this could be one that builds up to the last map pack that could, I suppose the Easter egg could shock us all, and we could be using the nav cards that we keep on finding in, I suppose, Rise. We found them, I suppose we just found them all the time with our characters on Transit as well. So maybe we'll be able to get them then to use, and maybe it could tell us the whole story of how either zombies have evolved in this game, or games, or something like that. Maybe we may even be hearing from Rich defending the crew. So as we carry on,
Fans are going to be very excited about one of our new characters. It's really up to the players to find out whether or not this is something they're going to have to fight or how they can utilize them to their benefit.
the new character. It's not. I don't really think it's going to be 5 players. I think it's still going to be 4 players, and that character is just going to be an AI. But I suppose it might be someone who goes to attack you. So if you're rape training and he's behind you, I reckon he's just going to keep on hitting everything out of the way to get to you. So I suppose how he says that you can use it as a benefit is he's going to be flying zombies everywhere, so he's going to be killing off your zombies that round. But then it's still a very dangerous thing that you could be getting killed by if you're not careful. Another way I suppose that they could have put him is he could have been opening up doors and things for you. He might have like a sprint mode, so if he sees you then he sprints as fast as he can at you, and if you move out the way in time then he could be getting that door open behind you. I suppose these are all good things for an advantage, but then there's also the negatives of them which could really get you killed, and if you're doing an Easter egg, which I reckon he's going to be part of, and the Easter egg had to be something difficult like taking through 4 different doors next to a tower and get out, which leads to what I think the Easter egg is going to be. I reckon the Easter egg is going to be a sort of an escape again. It's not like Alcatraz, because Alcatraz was a prison, so you had to sort of escape Alcatraz for the first time because no one's ever done it and there's just been attempts. I reckon that this is going to be trying to get out of underground and trying to get out into the free world, which could mean there's an escape. But then that could also be a good plot to lead to, I suppose, the next map, I suppose. You might be able to find some information on the way when you're getting out of the underground, and you might be able to get through some difficult times, which could lead to another zombie map that they want to create, which is obviously above ground, but then it could be something after a bit of travelling that these guys do. But then, as far as we know, they haven't been travelling at all. They've got from, I think it was California or somewhere in the USA to around China, I think it was in Dries, I've completely forgotten what it was. Rise, I think it was. And then they've got to a cowboy western type thing, which could be again in the US, in the deserts. It could be absolutely anywhere, because I suppose they choose what to do. So it could mean anything, but I suppose that guy's going to be getting on your nerves sometimes, and I reckon it's going to be a bit of a George from Call of the Dead.
We're going to bring the fans the Ray Gun Mark II. This is an evolution of the fan favorite, the Ray Gun. It is a true laser gun. It is going to go through entire trains of zombies.
Okay, so a new wonder weapon, I suppose you can call it. It's the Ray Gun Mark II. I reckon, myself, the Ray Gun Mark II is going to be not a wonder warfare, I suppose, not as far as that, but it could be another type of zap gun. Zap gun was... It might have been their sort of idea to make a ray gun after the zap gun, because the zap gun was something that you put together. It was quite hard. It was down to luck, like the ray gun would be in box, and you had to just literally put it together. It would be a massive sort of weapon. You'd be able to tear straight through zombies, and then you could also switch it into 2. The ray gun Mark II we obviously don't know yet by that small clip, if I play it back again.
We're going to bring the fans the Ray Gun Mark II. This is an evolution of the fan favorite, the Ray Gun. It is a true laser gun. It is going to go through entire trains of zombies.
We don't know yet, like I said, how that's going to split into two or how that's going to pull something out of the box. That looks like something that can probably lock onto every zombie that's in a line. So wherever he is now, he's behind a desk, as I paused it there. You could probably train in there, you can bring him around, you can bring for the desk if you had the Mark II, and you can fire it straight for all the zombies and I suppose annihilate them all. But you know, you might have to be careful because it might be the ray gun, which is personally why I don't use it, is how the splash damage as soon as the zombie's right next to you. So it could be a very bad negative. You don't ever know if it bounces off walls, whether if you miss that one zombie then you might be able to get a kill from it. You don't really know what the negatives they put in by, I suppose, a short clip here. Overall, I think this map's going to be brilliant, and I suppose it's going to be one of the best. Alcatraz, everyone sort of thought there was problems because they thought that was unlimited. You can literally get away with absolutely everything, and you can literally go to an unlimited life with the afterlife thing. But obviously they put negatives with it. They put a timer, so if you run out of time, then you die and you can't get away. But yet again, you could still use that as your advantage, especially on solo when you get 3 of them. Another type of thing that I want to explain is the map surroundings. There's been traps in all Call of Duties, and I just wanted to throw a couple of ideas of what I think they put in there. And that's been pretty much just, I suppose, cowboys, maybe, automatic cowboys that shoot guns. There might be some stands, some mounts around like there was on Kino, like when you had the turrets. They might bring them back and put them in certain places of the map, and you can activate them and they'll take out a load of zombies with you. There could be some more electric traps and things like that, but then there could also be things like desert traps, because it's more western time. So if you run past a certain room, you held the button, or maybe it's like a map element thing like it is on Hydra and things. You could have a certain part of the map where if you run straight through it and you activate something, or it's just timed, I think you could say, where dust just comes straight through, and if you went through it then you're gone. Lastly, I want you to look at this picture I found when I was editing this together. So this is split from my last episode. This is one episode, the second part that I recorded, and that other bit was, I suppose, from earlier. So there's the 4 characters, and they're in a church, I suppose it looks like. As seen earlier, there was RIP signs, or not signs, RIP graves. Is probably the best way to put it. So I suppose this could be just outside of that. And if I zoomed in closely on my computer, I don't really know how I could put it on your computer. I might try and Photoshop it together now. But if you have a look, it sort of, from this direction, looks some sort of extra, sort of different juggernaut from my perspective. It just sort of looks in that sort of way, but then it might actually be a mix of perks. Like, I suppose because it's a dusty map, it could be something to just stop you from, yeah, okay, scrap that idea. So I have no idea about myself. If you have any ideas, I will try and find some more images. It more looks like a penetrational. I've literally just found another picture. I'll put this one up too. It looks more of a something that you could shoot through walls with, or maybe survive more hits from the boss. I myself think it's going to be a different perk that allows you to survive. I suppose more health to allow you to survive. I suppose that's been it now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the first breakdown video, and if you want to hear from more, I hope you can put in the comments. If I do get a good sort of response from this and there's more trailers out, I'll be sure to do more breakdown videos, and I might do some more breakdown videos on the actual online maps. Goodbye.